Hello, this is Gary Marr from Glendale Community College, and this screencast is from my CS 166 AA JavaScript 1 class. One of the things that we didn't really get to spend a lot of time on, or if we did spend some time on it, I thought about it might be a nice review, is to look at three of the files that go into rendering a web page that's dynamic. These three files include simple HTML, simple JS, and simple CSS. These are all loaded inside Canvas and also the week 1 folder of the S drive. Now, the HTML file, as I said in class, provides the structure of the page. The JavaScript provides the dynamic aspects of the page. And then finally, the CSS does the style of the page, which includes fonts, boxes, colors, etc. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with the CSS today, but if you look through it, it's fairly long. And most of the reason for this is because it was used by this textbook kind of more or less as a template used for a lot of different HTML pages. The sample.js file is an external JavaScript file that's used for just housing the JavaScript used by this page. It's actually called out by the HTML. I'll show you that in 1 second. All this page includes is a function built into HTML or JavaScript called alert, which simply sends a dialog box with a message to the screen. And you'll see that render in just a second. Now, I'm using Notepad++ for this example. I don't care what editor you use. The nice thing about Notepad++ is it does have a run capability, which allows me to run this in a browser of my choice. It has FTP support and some other nice tools like syntax coloring, etc., which do make programming a little simpler. This HTML file is standard HTML5 statements. It's got a header section. It's got a body. Inside the body, it's got some HTML. It's more importantly also got a script section to run some JavaScript. This would be inline JavaScript, but it also includes calls to external JavaScript, which is here, simple.js, and also an external style sheet called styles.css, of which we see up here inside Notepad++. The syntax coloring is on. You'll see different colors in the page, and that has to do with the kind of directive it is, whether it's native HTML, whether it's text, etc. To run this, I hit the Run button, and I can choose from any one of these browsers. Okay, I'll use Chrome, which is running in the background. One of the things this is going to do is first look at the embedded JavaScript. See, there's an alert function in there. This is that dialog box I talked about earlier, which is simply displaying a message. I've reached the external JavaScript file. I click OK. This is actually inside the HTML page itself. This is in the script tags. This is inline or embedded JavaScript. Again, another alert function saying that I was here. And when I clear this, I actually get my page showing, of which part of it is a message on here. The rest of the stuff is pretty much just a template. If I return to the actual code itself, or the HTML code, you'll see that this simple.js is this external JavaScript file here. It has one JavaScript statement terminated with a semicolon that'll fire in the header section of the document, or fire first, which it did. It then goes through and looks at the rest of the HTML, renders the page. Now, rather than seeing this other information before the script, based on where I place the script block, this next pop-up comes up. And this one's here. It says Gary was here. Now, behind that, there's also a document write. Now, what document write does is it writes to the browser, just like I was adding a statement into my JavaScript file. So therefore, it's going to look a lot like HTML, because that's what it's trying to simulate, is a break tag, a paragraph tag, a message, some more breaks, and a header line. So again, when I render this page, it should look like thus. There's the text I added. There's the horizontal separator bar. Now, obviously, there's a lot more to JavaScript than just this, but I thought as long as I had an opportunity, I could at least show you the structure, the style, and also the dynamic portions of JavaScript, and kind of like a little mini tutorial to help you with Chapter 1. The other example out there that uses the graphical numbers, I showed you that in class. That's also out there. You can run that. And obviously, this is the first chance, so we're going to build on it, and we're going to learn a lot in the process. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.